DaRon? How you doing?
Pretty well. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing amazing. I'm so hyped to do this. I'm getting the feeling already. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be amazing. I'm
Yeah.
super excited to talk some hoops with you. So I just wanted to thank you for coming on. It means a lot.
Appreciate it.
And by the way, I got to give a big shout out to Mr. Brown for helping me set this up, putting out with me. He's
He's
amazing, isn't he?
yeah, he's the best.
He really is the
He really
absolute.
a lot of stuff. He's great. He's great.
Okay, so I got to start with asking you how you're feeling. It's so terrible to see how you got injured in the summer league, and you were having a game too, but you ended up tearing your Achilles, and it's awful. How's the recovery going, and how are your spirits?
It's been a lot better. I've always had high spirits since, my whole mentality is like having a what's next mentality. So been trying to look forward and just look in the right direction with everything.
And trust me, you're gonna get back, and you're gonna be great.
Appreciate that, man.
So, what's the vibe been like so far in Denver? Have you like settled in yet?
I have my spot. It's a great vibe out here. Great people. Great atmosphere. You're a mile up. So, but it's very cool. Seriously.
Were you part of day today or no?
I was part of media day. I forgot to do. I think it was. I think they had something on the podium. I missed that one, but everything else I did.
That's amazing. That's great. It was fun. It was enjoyable.
It was very fun. Seeing everybody was great. It was just cool to be out there.
You know who did a great job, by the way, is Russell Westbrook. Good on him, man.
Yeah,
Everyone loved it.
great. I can't wait to play with him.
I'm sure. I can't imagine someone who can't. Giving you some lobs, gonna be beautiful.
He's amazing.
So, Duran, I want to ask you, did you know that the Nuggets wanted you, and just how excited were you to find out that this amazing franchise wanted you and we're taking you? Just awesome, especially because they're a win now team. Like they have very good chances to win the chip this year, next year, and for so many years coming. Just how awesome is that, and how excited are you going forward?
Very excited. It's an amazing opportunity to be here. And at first, yeah, we thought the Nuggets had interest, but we didn't fully know like if they actually would, take me. And it happened. I thought I was going to the Suns, and then I heard they traded for. So I was like, let's go. I was excited. So it's been a blessing to be here, and I can't, you know, um, be any more grateful. So
You're also playing alongside Jokic, who is unbelievable, and he's probably the best big man in the league. He's a three-time MVP. Just how excited are you to play with him, and how are you gonna play with another dominant big alongside him?
honestly, it's just learning from him. He's like the best player in the world, so it's just a blessing to be able to from him and see what he does every day. Even like approaching the practices and approaching games, just watching what he does. And on the court with him will be amazing. I think that would be great. Just being able to play alongside him, and it'd be great to play with the greatest right now. So it's amazing.
Have you gotten the opportunity to talk to him, get to know him a little bit?
I got to meet him a little bit. Media day was kind of hectic, so I didn't get the chance to really like ask him a bunch of stuff. But
I get that.
he has all the attention in the world right now. So I definitely run into him and stuff. But he's very cool.
100%. Okay, so Duran, let's talk about your game quickly. You're 6'10", 230 pounds, a legit big man. You can block shots, rebound like a beast. Offensively, you got an absolute power game. Last year, you averaged 20 points with 58% efficient field goal percentage. That is crazy. 20 points, I did not realize that. When I looked at your stats, I was like, sheesh. You can step back, drain the three, shooting almost 39% last year from downtown. Just describe to me in your own words, what's the NBA? What should we be expecting from DaRon Holmes?
Honestly, to start, I think you guys should be expecting on the defensive end to see me bringing the energy there and the motor, on both ends of the floor, really. But defense is, where I'm looking forward to playing the most, and just being ready to do whatever I can to help out the team in any way. And on offense, you got all the guys that can do everything. You got, Jokic, Jamal, and PJ, Gordon, like the list goes on and on. So really just being able to fit in and play alongside them, hit open shots, be dominant, grab offensive rebounds, and be a great player alongside them. That's my goal.
Is there a player in the league or someone that was in the league that you want to try to compare your game to or model your game after? I've been hearing some people comparing you to Miles Turner or Amari Stoudemire, but who do you feel is the best comparable to you?
Those are great comparisons right there. I really like watching them. I watched Nas Reed, Aaron Gordon, even and Jokic, just learning from. I try to pick from different people. Al Horford. So once you pick from different people, you understand what you can add to your game and what you can do. And some people have their own thing they do. So it's just like a good mixture of everything.
When I was at a Raptors Grizzlies game, I went before the game to see practice.
Hmm.
And like I got to see warm-ups and everything. And I was sitting behind Desmond Bain, and he was talking to one of the assistant coaches, and they were watching some film. I forget what it was on a certain player, one of his moves. And they were watching it over and over again, not on his team, not on his conference. And he kept watching it over and over again. He was trying to get it down. And then I realized that players around the league and coaches, they put in so much work that they look at not only just themselves, they look at other players that are in different conferences, different division, and they try and take some of the moves and put it into their own little like twist to it. Just how amazing is that? And does that take that much work?
Yeah, it really does. It's a very it's very hard to even make it to the league and even get to play in it. I think it's like under 5,000 people who've ever like stepped foot. So it's just a blessing. It's a great opportunity, but yeah, the answers are right in front of us. It's just about how we get those and what we do with it. So like you just said, like you can learn from way like all these different people, all these different players. You can learn different things. So it's really how do you apply it to your game and is it benefiting you on the court or is it not benefiting you? Are you doing what the coach is asking or are you doing stuff that's, on your own? So it's all those things play a role in everything.
So I mentioned coaching and how much work they put in, and I gotta say, you are so lucky to have one heck of a coach in Coach Malone. He was a guest on my show, amazing person. We stayed in touch. He brought me to a game to meet him too. Just awesome person. What have your interactions been with Coach Malone?
He's a great coach. Like he wants to win. That's his mindset. And you don't want to play for a coach that doesn't want that. Luckily I've been able to play with a lot of great coaches growing up through college, through high school. Like all my coaches have been win now coaches. So and Coach Malone's the same. Like he wants to win and he just wants to everybody to be better. And he wants everybody to be the best versions of themselves. And he wants to do it in a way where the team is all involved together. And you can't ask for anything more than that.
So going back to your game for a moment, I thought about this for a second, and Scotty Barnes is a big man who's developed a lot to be a very good ball handler. He's been maybe last year the primary ball handler for the Raptors. Do you have any desire to play like a similar style to Scotty, or do you want to stick to more of a traditional big man type of way?
That'd be great. Anything to better my game would be amazing and situational. I could do some of the things he does, which would be pretty cool. Just being able to mix it up, especially how he plays on defense. I think that's amazing. But really, honestly, just whatever the team needs, and if they want me to set good screens, get open for an open shot, or set good screens and get to the rim, or just go to the corner and be ready to shoot. Any of those things and rebounding, like I'll just do that and add on from there. But that would be amazing to be able to see what he does and add some of that stuff to my game.
What part of your game do you think is the most NBA ready? And what other things are you excited to just work on and get it down pat?
I think for me, it's really my IQ and just having the skill that I have for my position. I think that's the most NBA ready thing I have. I think obviously I'm adding more strength. My shot's looking pretty good, so I think that's NBA ready as well. So I can't say there's something that's really not. I'm confident enough. I think I'm ready right now. But I know there's still things I can add to my game and still ways that can improve myself.
I play hockey. I'm from Toronto and I play hockey. And if someone would ask me what I think the biggest part of my game is, I'd probably also say IQ. So I 100%, I love to hear that answer. It's awesome. Um, DaRon, did you see your 2K rating? I saw it and dang, disrespect. They did you dirty.
All
71? Come on, you
yeah.
gotta show them. You gotta show them.
Well, when I
71, turn that into a 91 over in the
yeah,
next 2 years.
appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I mean, for the rookies, they did us kind of dirty this year. I think the highest rookie was a 75. I think I was like the 10th or 11th or maybe 12th best rookie on there. So, I mean, it was great to get a rating and be on 2K. They got the archetype right and stuff. So, stretch for everything's been great. Just, only going up from there though. I mean, that it's tough. It's one of those things when your friends see it, they're clowning you a little bit, but you can only go up from there. So
Well, that's awesome because now if you want to play 2K, you go, you play with yourself, score like, put on rookie, score like 100 points
yeah.
in his debut. So that's awesome. So the league obviously has some incredible players right now who can just do so many different things on both ends of the floor. Is there one guy in particular that you're just super excited to match up against, having the challenge of taking them on?
Oh, well, me and my friends have all been great LeBron James fans since we were like when I first got to Arizona. Everybody's been big on him. King James, we went to his playoff games when he would play the Suns. It was a couple years back. But yeah, I just that's the one that if the chance would be great. Just being able to be on the same floor and learn from him and just being able to match up against him would be amazing. Guarding him would be great.
Did you get to meet Bronny over your period of the draft situation?
I have. I've talked to him very little though. I saw him in New York for the rookie transition meeting, and I played him in high school as well. So I've seen him. You see a bunch of hoopers throughout, just playing. That's what happens. You run into each other. So I've seen him before.
So DaRon, I was just curious. I'm a Raptors fan, and I couldn't be happier. We just won the chip 5 years ago. One of the greatest moments ever. What team did you go for growing up?
Growing up, that's a very good question. I would say the Suns. I moved to Arizona like around later middle school, so yeah, the Suns were the team that I was going for the most probably. Or I like the Wolves a little bit, but mixing up now I'm Nuggets, so I liked a bunch of different teams to be honest, but the Suns probably was the one that me and my friends were.
That's crazy. So you probably, although you were crazy happy to be going to the Nuggets, you're probably a little bit upset that the Suns didn't take you. Am I right?
Well, I mean, hey, if
That
they
they,
didn't, there's no, so I'm just blessed to be here with the Nuggets. I can't be in a better. Part of me is like I still have that fan part of me, but the other side's like, hey, this is business. So like they didn't want me, so cool. I'm with the Nuggets, and I'm loving it over here. Like I with a better team in my opinion. So
that's awesome. So last question, Duran. More and more often, we just see players entering the draft after just 1 year in college. But you decided to play 3 years in college and just develop your game. What was the reason behind that? And do you feel it made you more NBA ready?
definitely did. And the reason behind me wanting to develop was just listening to my coaches, and they told me they saw a vision in me. They said don't rush it, but they said they see something in me, and I believed in myself, and I told myself if I put in the work, I can get there. It's been a goal of mine recently, and me and this manager, Brendan, we were in the gym every single night after a lot of our practices. After sometimes we would go like right before games and get a lot of shots up, and it's helped me get to where I am today.
That's great. Put in the work and it definitely shows.
Appreciate that.
Duran, thank you so much for taking your time to join me today on Jake's Takes. I know I had a ton of fun with you. Did you have some fun with me today?
This is pretty doggone cool, man. I like it. I like the setup. Everything's great. So I had a lot of fun.